were you saying while I was talking to my dad?
Nothing. I'm on air right now, so the whole world can hear you ask questions.
Is it bad to ask a question?
No, but I mean, just so you know, I'm trying to be a professional job.
Was there anything else you need to know?
I was going to go pick them up. I didn't want them to be stuck there.
Go ahead and think about it, Kitty.
Open that up, please.
Not this.
Not sure why my camera's not working, but let's try this and see if this will work. Let's try it right there. We go. Come on, camera. Come on. Come on. There we go. There we go. Sorry about that. Camera didn't want to, if I unplugged it or what I did, but trying to conserve power, I guess, is probably what happened, though. But anyway, let me pull the audio up and make sure we're going before I roll the open. And were you guys hearing me? Thumbs up. Thumbs up. I see myself. All right, let's roll the open. Here we go. Let's roll this show in 3, 2, 1. Promise. I think I had the open and the close both up at the same time. Whatever. I was just kind of scrambled there. Anyway, I hope you guys are doing good today. Let me give you quickly, you see the snow inside, but let me give you a quick shot. And it may not be a really good shot, but let me give you what you can see outside. Can you see that outside? Can you make out, I had it open a little wider earlier, but we've got the blinds actually closed. But if you can see out there, that's about 7 inches of snow, maybe, something like that. And I can give you some pictures from yesterday. I took a few as well, but today. Sun is out, though. It's very sunny, but very deceiving. It looks very much like you would see in the slopes, Colorado, New Mexico, Utah, or wherever. Has that feel to it. Sun is out, but the snow ain't melted. And it's been, as the dog is, he's in his sweater. Come here, Max. Show everybody your sweater. But could you open up just a little bit more for us to get a better shot? No. That. W40 is going to open up, give it a little better shot of the outside there. There you go. A little better shot of the outside. And there, that's the patio. You can kind of see it right there. That's where the chairs are. I didn't get, but that's also right where our patio, where our dryer empties out the air. And so it's a little thinner there. But if you look by that far chair, that far lounge chair in the patio, that's a good 7 inches of snow right there. So anyway, and the dog, come here, buddy. Show everybody your, there's the cat. She's whinging. Come here, buddy. Come here, buddy. Show everybody your sweater. Where? Come here. You're not in the screen. Come here. There we go. There, he's got a sweater on.
Say hi.
Hello. Got my sweater on. And he's actually got little booties too, which he likes. He's got these little booties that he wears. Please show these to everybody before I bring my mom on. Just give me one of them. It's funny because he put these on. We got these on Saturday because we knew this was coming. Of course, we were damned if you do, damned if you don't. We wouldn't have bought them. We still would have got the snow. You're always in these parts. They say it may come and it doesn't, but this is when they've said it was going to come. He's got these little cool little booty things here to go on his paws, and they got like, I mean, he's got better gripping on the snow than I do. Little waffle bottoms there to keep his feet warm. He kind of prances like a Clydesdale at first, or a dancing Arabian horse. But once he gets out there, he's cool with it. He likes those little booties. It was the day that we had the slight ice storm. You may have seen this. Fort Worth had a major wreck that 6 fatalities in downtown Fort Worth. 100 cars and trucks and vehicles were all in this big pileup, and it was all because of the ice. And that would have been Thursday, I believe, here in the Metroplex. Anyway, we walked him 45 minutes or so, whatever, and he did develop a little ice on the paws that day. Although he was fine, but that can be kind of lethal on the old animal's paws. So anyway, let's go to Mom. Let's bring her on here. Hello, Mom. How are you? Welcome to Indiana. I'm sorry, to Dallas. My bad.
Yeah, well, yeah, I'm laughing, but then I'm sad at the same time because apparently your power grid depends on those damn wind things.
And it's not just here. I just saw a notice a few minutes ago for the Kansas City Star and Fox 4 in Kansas City. They're having some issues in Kansas and Kansas City as well, Oklahoma. And those are places notoriously just north of here, an hour north of here. That's where that snow line usually happens every winter. And Oklahoma, Kansas, that part of the world seems to be more equipped for that, but they're not having a good go of it either. But most of Texas is, as a matter of fact, before we came on the air, we played the audio of the Fox 4 News here locally from my in-laws who have been out with power last 4 hours or so. So these rolling blackouts began overnight. They were supposed to be anywhere between 30 minutes to an hour at the most, but there's people who have gone 10 hours without power. We've been very fortunate here, but we've had the lights down all day. My wife's been downstairs watching TV, but with the lights off. I was upstairs doing some work, but this is the most light I've had all day is right here in the library.
Yeah.
It's a weird day. So yeah, not quite what we're used to getting cold weather. And February is our worst month, but this is an every 5 or 6 year storm here. So pretty bad. I think what's the temperature out there, sweetheart?
17.
We're at 17 degrees, so that's all good. -4 wind chill. So anyway, Mom, welcome to Indiana.
Yeah, welcome to Indiana. Well, we're having that the storm is kind of at an angle from south to north, and we're in the edge of the 7-inch. Indianapolis would be caught in the middle of that. I actually had a Zoom meeting at 2, and I had to go downtown to the Council on Aging to co-sign some checks. And I thought, okay, it's 3:30, and it was spitting a little bit of snow, and the roads were fine. And I thought, oh, okay, I'm going to go to 523, which was the only restaurant open, and have a quick mid-afternoon lunch. And so I did. And when I went outside, it was like blizzard, and it took me about twice as long to get home because they keep up with the major arteries, but when it's, snowing like a son of a gun, you can't keep up. So anyway, I was glad to get home and get in the house. Then I had to take the trash out through the snow down to the street. You know how that goes, but which is not that far. But anyway, so
Sure.
I'm hunkered down now, and glad to be hunkered down. I don't have anything going tomorrow, so
That's
I
good.
can be hunkered down.
That's good. Yeah, we're supposed to get a reprieve. Well, it's got reprieve. We're going to still be cold. I think colder tonight than we were last night. And then Tuesday night into Wednesday morning, we're supposed to be on the wave again. And the line is just east of Dallas for wintry mix, and then in snow northwest. They really got hammered down south of us, really Waco and that direction, even down into the Piney Woods got even more than the city did. Now, west of us out in Lubbock and all, Lubbock's used to the Lubbock, Amarillo. It's pretty consistently. They get a little, probably during this time of year, they probably average about an inch a week of snow. It's not it's something you go, Lubbock's
it melts
always
pretty quickly. Yeah.
Yeah. And Lubbock snow is not uncommon. As a matter of fact, we've had snow in Lubbock early as late October, early November. So it's not like it's totally uncommon, but.
I noticed where Houston even had snow.
Yes, Houston. Actually, Mom, every county in the state of Texas, Texas, yes, and that included the Valley. Of course, El Paso tends to get, thank you very much. We're putting a little chocolate liqueur in the coffee here. Thank you, babe. El Paso, some of the coldest bowl games every year, the Sun Bowl games are there at El Paso. It gets cold out there. So anyway, we are it's currently 6 degrees below in mini Siberia, Kevin says. So Kevin, a little cold.
It's probably 12 or 11 or so here. I haven't checked lately, but anyway, I talked to my nephew today. We were taking care of selling some Milo and some other stuff, and he said they were okay except their pipes froze.
Yeah.
So he said they weren't thawing out very quick, and so they don't have water. So as long
I got a little worried here because when I opened the door about 2 this afternoon, sun's out. We had this because we faced the south, but the wind coming over the top of us had blown snow on the roof, and I wasn't sure if that was ice and I knew it was going to be heavy on the roof, but it was a real big, I would say probably a 4 foot by 3 foot ledge of snow, and I just tapped it off. I wasn't sure it was ice or snow. Word that it might be ice that would just pull the gutter down, but it was just snow. But it's crazy. But again, it's weird because you can drive an hour north of here, and that's kind of the snow line through the winter. I mean, you get Oklahoma gets socked, West Texas, and really Seminole's kind of on that line. It's kind of the line of where it snows and doesn't snow out in West Texas more.
We can certainly,
we
can use the moisture. Snow is moisture. It's not like getting a 10-inch rain, but it's moisture. So
we're more likely to get the ice and sleet, which is even worse. So I guess the snow, although we were driving around yesterday, and by that time, the streets were, pretty bad, but I mean, no one's out, so it's not that big of a deal. The thing about it is here in Texas, we don't know, like Minnesota and Indiana, we don't know how to cope with this stuff. So where driving sucks.
When I left, my neighborhood streets were, I'm not in Elkhart City. I'm in the county, and we would be the last to get any help with the snow plows and whatever. Many times we'll have somebody in the neighborhood that has a plow on the front of his pickup truck, and they will plow our streets. But I left about 3:30, and it was, I drove slowly. The snow's not bad to drive in. It's when it friggin' melts and there's ice. That's what gets bad. And in the neighborhood, it was I drove slow. When I got to the main artery, which is not very far away, County Road 13. I went downtown. Everything was perfect. It was beginning to pick up a little wind, and the person that I was signing the checks for at Council on Aging, she said, "We're supposed to get some wind and a lot of snow here pretty soon." And she lives south of here, and I said, "Well, you better get your butt back to Wallacea before it gets late." And so I signed the checks, went in the restaurant that I went to, which you are familiar with, 523 Tap and Grill. You spent some time there in the fall. And I went in there and then I looked out in about 30 minutes, and it was just, you couldn't see out the windows. It was snowing terribly, and the streets were covered on my way home. So within 2 hours, the whole thing had changed. And so, but we're and there were already in the main artery, like State Road 33, on my way home. You could see the snow plows throwing the snow and whatever they throw on the highways ahead of me. So they clear them up pretty fast, but we're prepared for that here. You guys aren't prepared for that there. You don't have all that equipment and all that stuff stored up. So, and then losing electricity is another problem for you guys. I mean, that's could be a problem. So anyway, so I'm going to get on the other side. So you can
all right, be good. See you later, Mom.
Huh?
I said, see you later.
All righty. Love you.
Stay warm. Love you too. There we go. Mom checking in there. Has her own theme song there. I guess I could probably turn it up, though. It'd be nice, wouldn't it? Why does it Be Live do that to me there? All right, it was doing it. It was playing for. There we go. Turning it down to kind of do the volume there. It was. There we go. That's what the one thing about Be Live, I do like Be Live, but one thing I do miss is the control that I have when I do. Had some weather. The big concern here, again, is the power grid. Basically, Texas is and for you folks watching Australia, it's population size about the size of Australia. California, Texas, Florida, New York. California, Texas, the New York, New Jersey corridor, and then Texas, California, Florida, a lot of folks there. And of course, they don't have to worry about this much in South Florida, but in Texas, this is one of the rare storms. This is one of those storms, usually it would just maybe get to Austin, and that's as far south. But this is one that got down into the Gulf and down in, even coming up overnight down into the Gulf, Alabama, Mississippi, down even on the coast. So it's going to be one of those kind of crazy ones. But yeah, good question, Kevin. Do you guys got to drip the faucets? That's the thing here. You've got to drip the faucet and just a little, kind of keep them going, keep the water flowing, which I believe is what keeps them from freezing up. I've seen all kinds of different things. I was a guy Saturday. We're the last day I got a chance to work out. I may not get a chance to work out again. I may gain 100 pounds between now and then. But Saturday I was walking, and this is before we actually went and had a Saturday session at the pub. But I was walking that afternoon or that morning. Gentleman was out. He pulled some tarps out. He was wrapping pipes that looked like coming from his city, from the grate, I guess you call it, the city has. He was wrapping those pipes and was also taking these tarps and wrapping pipes coming into his house. And I remember the other day, maybe a week or so before, his wife was out there and she was talking to some plumbing company about some work, and there's been some homes that have been doing some plumbing redos and things like that. I don't know why this year, but it seems like there's been a lot more plumbing redos in our neighborhood. But you can even see where places have been dug up. Anyway, 10 degrees here. Mom says, okay, 10 degrees there. But yeah, we have to keep the faucets sort of dripping here and there. And as I mentioned, it's a little deceiving, the snow out in the backyard here, because right where those chairs are, those first chairs, you can kind of see it, but you can look right out there where that kind of see. Let me bring this down for you. It's a little deceiving because look, there's not much snow there, but there really is. If you look, you can't see it beyond there, but right there is where our dryer air vent comes out, and that the lint air vent and all that. So it's kind of warmed that little area up a little bit, and it's kind of kept it from being accumulating too much. If you go further back, and if you go out the front yard, I mean, you really can't tell curb from. It looks like Indiana, Chicago, Minnesota, all those places. So anyway, I leave the doors open below my sink. Yeah, and yeah. So we did both this time, but yeah, crazy. But my in-laws have been without. GM, how long have they been without power today? 5 hours. We've been fortunate so far. We've kept everything, but it looks like, from what I can tell, I believe we've been pretty good as far as our neighborhood. I don't believe we've lost the power yet, but we're a little concerned though, because I think we're going to. I'm going to probably make a run for lumber, Tummy Lumber. We went and bought yesterday. I'll show those photos now. We went yesterday. First of all, I'll give you a couple. This is our Sunday fun day. This is our Sunday at the out and about. Let me bring this down here for you. There you go. I thought. Everything. So that was us out and about yesterday. See if I can bring this to you guys. There we go. 15 degrees yesterday. Out. You can kind of see right there. That's actually the back. This is before the snow last night. So this is yesterday, probably at 4 inches, right 3 inches here because probably 3 inches probably around there. It wasn't too bad yet, but it was getting that way. And this is kind of this is right here. This is at the supermarket. Tom Thumb coming down fairly steady. You can see the all the glazed over. That's how the streets were. But we went and picked up. There's the dog getting ready last night. We went and picked up initially, and GM. She ran in. We actually went one Tom Thumb around the corner, just really about 4 blocks from us. And they were out of firewood and Duraflames both. So we thought, well, at least we called the one next closest one to us, and they said we have firewood. And so we went up there and got 6 bundles. And then she went back and got. Did you get 2 more or not? 4 and 2 more. And she's like, should I get some more? I thought it looked like a lot of wood in the back of the truck, back of the SUV. But I'm thinking, yeah. So she went and grabbed 2 more, and that's where I filmed that, waiting for her. But we've got 2 more. I think we're going to have to go get some more. If we're going to get it, probably a good time to get it now, as opposed to waiting when the snow starts again tomorrow night. But we have enough for tonight. But my worry is if we do lose our power, what happens then? I mean, and then it got cold up there in my office. I mean, I had the windows closed, obviously the blinds closed, and my lights. I had one little light on, and it got a little chilly up there. I got to admit. So. And but yeah, that's that situation. Let me see what else. Oh, here we go. That's the picture of the wife right there. There she is in the with the dog and his get up right there. He looks sharp. Doesn't he look sharp? He's taken to this thing, hasn't he? He's become a snow dog. He looks really kind of odd right there, like he's kind of like. But he would. Like 19 layers. But mom's got 19 layers on. Look at her. She got but he takes. He walked funny inside. Once he gets outside, he's kicking tail. There's the cat. She's got it down to a science. She just says, screw this. I'm going to lay right here. And actually, I have a video, but I don't think I've got it here. She likes to go out in the back patio. It's her big thing, especially in the summer and the spring. When the sun's out, she'll lay out there and sun herself and just likes to kick it like a little tiger. Well, she went outside and she got right by the vent where the heat was coming out of the house and thought, okay, this ain't too bad. But she kept looking at the snow and kind of touching it and going, I don't know. Then she walked about 4 yards to the fence line and said, I think I'm come back in. She's trying to beeline it right back inside. So don't know if I've got anything. Here we go. This is last night, walking the dog here. And he probably does his business here. See, he's loving these shoes. Look at him. He's cruising right along. It's snowing, and this is when the snow was still coming down. We got this, and it went on the rest of the night. This is probably 7:30 last night. 7:30, still coming down. Came down all night until about 7 a.m. I think it stopped. But he's loving those shoes, man. He's kicking tail in them. Look at him. So yeah, there we go. So he's just loving them. He looks good in those things. But that's there we go. That's the Dallas Fort Worth snow. But he's just kind of prancing along, loves the shoes, good grip. Mom's got to watch it, but there we go. There he is. It is modeling his look. There he is right there. And I think that's pretty much all I got. I believe. So anyway, that little something from yesterday's Snowmageddon, right there. That was our and the good. And we didn't mean this. This happened on accident. We decided. We made plans with our friend Kaylin for Saturday, and Valentine's, of course, fall on a Sunday, and we were thinking, well, we go to church, and she was off on Monday, but I kind of thought, let's do the Valentine's dinner and avoid the crowd, the restaurant line, not so much the restaurant line, but getting on a wait list somewhere and all that. So we thought we'd just do it on Friday. Now, granted, it was blistering cold, windy Friday night. I mean, it was 20 degrees with a wind chill about 2, no snow or anything. It was just blowing. But we were so glad we went and did Valentine's on Friday. And we just kind of, we usually wouldn't do that. We usually do Valentine's on Valentine's. We just did a little early, and they kept talking about this storm coming. And I, kind of a little pessimist sometimes, but we're glad we did that. So I think it worked out for us. We were pretty smart. I give credit WD-40 there because she was the one that kind of pushed that whole deal. But here we are on this was Saturday. This is before, and here's the funny thing about Saturday is that Saturday. Let me bring this up for you guys. On Saturday, here's our friend Kaylin. We were out. We went to oh gosh. Three Nations Brewery. And let me bring this up. There we go. And a really cool place. There we are. And we got there about 3:30 because we knew those streets were going to get bad and freeze over. We weren't expecting the snow to start until later in the evening. It kept pushing it back, saying it's probably going to be after midnight. Sure enough, I woke up at 3 in, and there was a the street was already snowed over at 3 in on Saturday to Sunday night. But you would have thought there was nothing. First time you thought there was no pandemic at 3:30 on a Saturday, and you thought there was no blizzard coming because everybody's out having a good old time in this big, huge Three Nations Brewing deal. And we had a really good time and had a nice, what we call in Australia, a Sunday session on a Saturday. So we're socially distanced. But I mean, we've already, of course, had the whole deal. So it's on a Saturday. So Saturday, fun time. Then Sunday, here comes the snow, and then boom. That's where we're at. So we expect sun to get into tomorrow most of the day. We're going to get one more sock of it. We will get above freezing on Friday. Friday, it's supposed to be at 34, I believe. Saturday, we got to get back to sort of normal winter weather around here. It'll be high 40s, freezing at night. So that'll be our February to close things out. Yeah, and I showed you guys these, right? Yeah. Dog booties, great investment. This is the WD-40's great investment right there. We were all supplied up though. We're going to do a little chili tomorrow, I think, or some chicken tortilla soup. We got a little meatloaf, turkey meatloaf tonight. We got enough supplies, I think. So, and we've got a whole liquor cabinet just in case that'll miss that start drinking out of the bottle. I guess I don't know. Let's see here. Only drip we deal with. That's funny. Very funny. Very funny, Kevin. Very funny. There's the answer to your question, WD-40 right there. What are you going to come over here and say hi? You're going to stay over there. Hold on. Don't get her just yet. I didn't know what you were doing. You're sitting. It's really odd because I'm in here in the library, and she is in the dark in there. Hold on just a second. I got to get your jam. But you're not even, I don't know. There we go. I look over there and she's like in the dark in there in the other room. Sitting in the dark. Yeah, she's in the dark. But well, since you're already here, I'll let you. It's actually working a little, but the internet's actually working a little better today, considering. But probably
because people are conserving.
Well, I'm on my battery, so that's all good. But here she is, folks. Give it to you in 3, 2, 1, the intro of the greatness of my lovely Valentine WD-40. Here we go. And all right, there we go. Bring the volume down. Did we put the snow up for us, babe? There we go.
Put the snow up
on the screen. Okay. So I'm actually. This is her. My lighting looks kind of funky. I'm really dark. Terrible. Well, I'm in the dark, but I'm better here. Okay, let me move back. Open those blinds just a little bit for us, just for a few moments, and then we'll. Where are you going?
I was going to go on the other side.
That's much better. Well, yeah, you can do that. We've got 4 track lights here. One's facing me, so that's a little better. But this is where see, you're going to get to be in the back. Move back a little bit. There we go. She, There we go.
There you go.
This is actually her. This is where
Holiday.
I used to shoot the old Railcat shows here. In the first year in Kansas City in 17, I shot some of the off-season shows here.
Yep.
But I haven't shot down here in a long time. But this is where I used to shoot a lot of the live shows. It's got really great natural lighting coming in, and it's actually got great lighting. But if you move too close, and we'll look a little bit if I move back, it's pretty good. But we are. This is where she does all of her.
Chef's a little messy.
This is where you do all your schoolwork. This is her teaching spot. When she's got her online classes with the boys at St. Mark's, she's right here. When she does her SMU work, she's right here. When she does her tutoring work, she's right here. So I'm in your seat. So
You are in my seat.
I'm leaving. I'm warming it up for you.
That's all right.
So what's the plan at school this week?
Well, they just said that because of power issues, we're not going to be doing online classes tomorrow. But they said we could put up assignments by 10 o'clock to keep the boys busy. But I'm not sure. I mean, I will because that's what I'm told to do. But I don't know if I'm going to require the boys to do because there's going to be so many of them that don't have power. So I don't. I think that will stress some of them out. To think that they had work to do and they can't do it.
I think that's the most bizarre thing of this whole deal. And again, we're a state, the population of Australia, 30 some odd million people, and they've been warning the last
2 weeks.
A couple of weeks that they may be this if we got this bad freeze. Now, if it was just let's just say if Texas, let's just say Waco North. Amarillo, Lubbock, Wichita Falls, Dallas, Fort Worth, Tyler, Longview, all the East Texas, that northern section, even toward El Paso, Abilene, all that, we'd be okay. But you throw that in, plus you throw Austin, San Antonio, Houston area, Corpus, the Valley. Houston's Houston's now 4 million folks. Austin's another million. San Antonio's another million. So you throw those extras in there.
Green energy people have to be cringing because it's the windmills have frozen up.
Yeah.
And now they're probably wishing for coal and gas.
Yeah. And if you drive from here to Lubbock, if you've driven through Oklahoma or Kansas, you've seen the windmills. They were only in recent years. I say recent, last 10 years, right?
Yeah.
In the last 10 years have we seen them in Texas. And really, once you get to the other side of, say, Ranger, Cisco, just outside of Abilene, between Abilene and Sweetwater, you start to see the windmills, the big wind turbines. And really from about an hour out of Lubbock, there's about a 80-mile stretch or so, maybe more than that, maybe 100-mile stretch. It's nothing but those wind turbines. That's all there are is wind turbines for about 100 miles. And it's going into, and once you get to Lubbock, and there's a lot of wind out there, once you get to the top of the Cap Rock and you get close to Lubbock, you don't see as many of them around Lubbock. But as you come into Lubbock, they're on the outskirts of Lubbock. And when I was in school out there, the only windmills were the ones that the old school farmers had on their ranches, the old school windmills. But now you got these big wind turbines. Well, those things are frozen up, and you something to do about that. So anyway, Meg, did you leave me or? Yeah. Okay. Her knees hurt. Sorry. You should have brought a chair around. Well, Wednesday, here's what's coming up Wednesday. Wednesday, I am going to do a Monarchs live show to break down the Monarchs schedule. And that's coming up Wednesday at noon on the Kansas City Monarchs Facebook page. And then we'll do our show at 5 o'clock Central Time, have a weather update. Hopefully the snow will either come through and done its thing. But anyway, Mom says, I refuse to have those wind turbines on the farm because of they take up acre. Yeah, they do take up a lot of room there. And again, it's about a 100-mile stretch. It may be a little longer because actually it's probably as far as a bird flies about 100 miles, but actually the road is probably longer because right around Abilene, coming up the first little embankment, just other side of Baird or whatever, you come up going west. They're on both sides of the road once you go to the side of Abilene, and they also go toward with a town called Big Spring. But if you go, and then you go north toward Lubbock at Sweetwater, they're all on the horizon there. So I would say it's probably more like 130, 40 miles or so, nothing but those things. If you come out of Kansas and Oklahoma, same thing, all between, say, Oklahoma City toward Wichita, there's probably a stretch of about 80 miles or so there, where there's none of these wind turbines on both sides of the highway of 35 going north and south into Oklahoma and out of Kansas. And so the same thing in Texas, but it's actually on going what eventually becomes Interstate 27. At that point, it's Highway 87, I believe, but it's eventually becomes Interstate 27 that goes north to Amarillo and all that. But it's those things have all frozen up, so I'm telling you guys. So that's one of the main reasons that some of this is happening. And so, yeah, think of it what you will. But the real scary thing is you've got, elderly folks. And we have neighbors. There was a woman around the corner from us that I saw her Saturday morning when I was doing my walk, and she was out walking out with her dog in the front yard, and she had her house coat on, and she was, with her little dog, but she lives by herself. And, I worry about those folks. And I mentioned my in-laws are, the sun's about to go down here shortly, and it's going to get even colder. And, it's not been warm all day. So it's going to be worse for them. So I worry about those folks. The good news is, and this is one thing I'm very thankful for, this city's done a much better job than it used to do about taking care of the homeless. It's a real sad state of affairs in our country in general. It's a subject that my wife and I really feel pretty passionate about. But I oftentimes save the blankets from American Airlines. The American gives you first class blankets, and oftentimes we'll grab 2 of them out the door. And I've always wanted to do some kind of fundraiser with American, let them donate those extra blankets to the homeless. But we can always do packages during the holiday season. But boy, you would need more than just a blanket this year. You're going to need a place for them to stay. And what's really good to see is that the city has actually opened up the convention center and some of the areas downtown to get those folks in and out of the cold, because there was a whole large contingent of folks that were going to really freeze to death. And they've got those folks off the streets. So that's really good news. But anyway, you guys be safe. That's what's coming up. We're going to buckle down the hatches and try to conserve a little bit of the internet and the electricity in the house. But you guys be safe. Be good. Be kind wherever you are. This is a storm. If you're watching us in the east, heading your way, north, wherever. And it was one of those wide swaths, and we're going to get more of it, I'm sure. So anyway, stay safe, stay warm. Let's be better tomorrow than we were today. Let's continue to be better. Let's get 2021 turned around at some point here, and dream of a beach near you. Actually, you know what I could do? Let me do this while I'm doing this. Let's do this. Let's put this theme up there. But this might actually make us feel a little better. I do this. Let me do this. This kind of gives you a little bit of a. I think I've got it here. Don't I have? Oh, here it is. Yeah, I've got it. I had a little of the system. This is a old overlay I've used before, but let me use it. Maybe give you guys a little bit of a 5 o'clock somewhere feel to it. Let me bring this down. There we go. There we go. There we go. Got me in the, there we go. Little virtual happy hour. Got the 5 o'clock somewhere. So it kind of gives us a little bit of a better feeling there, right there. So anyway, much love to you guys. Love y'all. Please be safe, be warm, and let's be better tomorrow than we were today. Love y'all. We'll see you guys on Wednesday. Don't forget, Wednesday, I'll do a little Monarchs Live and break down the schedule. It's a pretty interesting ebbs and flows in that thing. We'll talk about it there coming up on Facebook Live. All right, let's close this thing out. Love y'all.